Hello everyone and welcome back to 9-9. We may be very close to the end of this route considering we had our epic confrontation with Ghost, who has now been crumbled into dust, and Takamine, who now is just a regular chuny guy with no abilities whatsoever. His worst day ever is our best day ever.
Yay!
Just in case, Sora and I are taking the day off from school today too. Fortunately, Sora's powers have completely vanished, and Mom remembers us again. In fact, she's even forgotten that she forgot us in the first place. That's trippy. I end up spinning a story about how I accidentally gave Sora my cold, and while Mom does yell at me about it, at least it works to get her to call us in sick for one more day. Normally I'm annoyed about sitting through her lectures, but this time, as I'm listening to her chew me out, all I feel is relief. Once I'm done talking to Mom, I call up Ms. Naruse and let her know that my petrification has healed. In response, she says,
昨日のあれ、もしかして新見くん絡んでない?
Ah, of course she knew, because I was at the shrine. She's a sharp one. I come up with a believable excuse to get her off my case. At Kujo's suggestion, once we left the shrine, we went to the payphone by the station and called an ambulance. When the paramedics asked us what the emergency was, we said we'd found someone collapsed at the shrine. Thanks to that, I'm pretty sure Takamine was safely picked up. But the arrival of the ambulance would have caused a stir, and I'm sure Ms. Naruse had to deal with fielding questions and whatnot. I ought to apologize to her, but I'm not sure if I should tell her everything that happened. Regardless, we've completed our mission. I can finally rest easy.
指先の咳か。すぐ治ってよかったね。
Yeah, same.
By the time I woke up, the bits of my fingers that Takamine had managed to petrify were back to normal. And now Sora is completely free from her artifact's curse, with no lingering side effects. Because of how hard I pushed myself yesterday, my stigma expanded from my fist and now goes all the way up to my elbow. Fortunately, I haven't undergone any physical or mental changes as a result. Yet. Everything's turning out okay.
Feels like we're finally catching a breather.
ずーっと大変だったもんね。石になったり、私がおかしくなったり。
Anime shit, man.
It'd be nice if everything is just resolved now.
そうだね。
Sora replies half-heartedly, her gaze focused on my computer monitor. I peek over her shoulder and see that she's scanning the news.
Any articles about what happened yesterday?
なさそう。
Huh.
I figured the discovery of a second petrified person would make the headlines. But so far, no one said a word. Smells like a cover-up. Even though we didn't do anything to her after she died, Ghost continued eroding away. Maybe by the time the ambulance had arrived, she'd completely turned to dust. I'm not sure if that's because her powers were still going berserk, or if Sophie did something to keep the incident from blowing up. Another thing that's bugging me is, how come Takamine was able to use the evil eye? Was he also contracted to it? Everything should have been resolved, but I still have a few questions left.
なんか、本当に風邪だったら寝てればいいけど、健康体だと何していいかわかんないね。
You can still sleep.
No, never stopped me.
I was about to say.
Tell me about it. We're playing hooky for no reason at this point. Can't even do anything until the evening, I guess.
Once school's over, everyone's going to gather at my apartment. Sophie said she'd explain everything to us tonight. But the two of us have nothing to do until then. So to fill the time, I give Sora the whole story about what happened while she was unconscious.
いやー、マジ、起きた時ビビりましたよ。ニーヤいないんだもん、どこにも。
Hey, it's our first one in a
Hey.
while. Apparently, Sora woke up not long after I left. When she saw I wasn't around, she panicked and tried to call my phone. I didn't think Sora would be able to use her phone for a while after waking up, so I left my own phone back home, which ended up being a mistake. Worried that something might have happened to me, Sora totally forgot the possibility that her powers were still affecting her and tried to call Kujo instead. Of course, the fact that she could use her phone in the first place meant that her powers' effects had vanished, but she hadn't realized that at the time. At any rate, Kujo didn't seem the least bit upset when Sora called her in the middle of the night, agreeing to start searching for me right away. Next, Kujo let Yuki know that I was missing via group message. Meanwhile, Sora got changed and prepared to head out to go look for me. That was when she saw my note.
やべえって思ったね。コンビニかよマジかよって。いや、私置いてコンビニ行くのもおかしいけどさ、それより宮子先輩たちにどう言い訳するか焦ってた。
Never mind, it's not DEFCON 5. So in the end, it was Sora's panicked screw-up that saved the day. Right as she was about to text Kujo that the emergency was over, Sophie showed up. That was probably right after Ghost shredded my Sophie mask to bits. Sophie explained to Sora that I was fighting Ghost and told her to head to the shrine, which is how everyone knew to show up there to save me.
You didn't call Kosaka-senpai?
ああ、慌ててたからすっぽ抜けてた。ゆうき先輩はグループチャットで一緒に連絡できたけど、はるか先輩は入ってなかったし。
Meaning it really was a coincidence that Kosaka-senpai arrived at the perfect time to save me. I guess I could have saved myself a lot of trouble if I had just waited a little longer for everyone to gather. While I did go after Ghost with a plan in mind, the plain and simple fact of it was that I hadn't trusted my friends enough. Well, no. He also thought that they had forgotten about him and Sora, so
Yeah.
I feel like that was justifiable.
True, and his plan turned out to be a very bad plan, but he
Yeah.
didn't know it at the time.
Right, because how was he realistically to know that she also had a third artifact? Even though it's not that shocking in hindsight. We eat lunch and kill time until sunset, when everyone gathers at my place. The first thing I do when everyone arrives is apologize.
私こそごめんなさい。とても頼ってもらえるような状況じゃなかったから。
そうね。記憶が抜け落ちていた実感がある。あなたや空のことを私は気にも留めていなかった。責められる立場にないわね。
Okay, there we go.
下手したら起きなかったかもしれないしね、私。力も解除されなかったかもしれないし。まあ、無茶すんなよとは思ったけどさ。
I know. I'd convinced myself that I had to do it alone. I figured even if I could contact you guys, it wouldn't matter since you wouldn't remember me.
新見くんのことを忘れちゃうなんて。本当にごめんなさい。
It's like they're blaming themselves for something that was completely beyond their control.
でも、はるか先輩覚えてたんですよね。忘れてはいなかったです。
Because I'm madly in love with him.
なおさら、私たちの失態が痛いわね。宮子から事情を聞いて気にかけていたにもかかわらず。
いやー、ある意味元凶な私が言うのもなんだけどさ、みんな無事でよかったよね。はるか先輩、ニーニを助けてくれてありがとうございました。
Oh no, we're making up for lost time.
いえ、そんな。私は何も大事な時に疲れてしまって。
Okay, I disagree, because arguably Ghost was a much bigger threat than Takamine. Yes, he did have the evil eye, but he had one ability. Ghost had 3.
Yeah.
Significantly bigger threat.
Also, when she showed up, we were dead if she didn't
yeah.
show up to fight Ghost.
100%. Yeah.
彼女、ゴーストは2人で倒したのよね。
If by banish you mean kill, then yes.
Yeah, I was the one who...
自滅です。 自滅しました。自分で石になって。
Kosaka-senpai interrupts me. She doesn't want me to have to say it. I guess I should accept that kindness. I tell the others everything else that I learned about Ghost. For starters, I know that she had at least 3 artifacts. The Evil Eye, an artifact that let her summon spears, and the one that let her teleport. Where she got all of them is still unknown. Then there's also Takamine. He was able to use the Evil Eye's power as well. As for why that is, none of us knows. The best guess we've come up with is that maybe there are 2 Evil Eyes. That would make sense.
That was my guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very practical guess. After we're done swapping stories, the 5 of us fall silent. That's when the person with all of the answers shows up.
おそらくは眷属家でしょうね。
眷属。
Immediate headcanon. Yuki's eyes sparkle with curiosity. The word must have tickled her chuny sensibilities.
とある手順を踏むことによって自分の持つアーティファクトの力を他者に分け与えることができるの。
What? Really? That would have been great to know.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean that all 5 of us could pool our powers?
In theory, I think so. Unless it has some sort of disastrous side effect if it's used on too many people. I don't know.
そんなことが。
生物は語らなかった。まだまだ私すらも知らない未知の力を秘めているようね。
I cannot wait for episode 4. Episode 4 is going to be so interesting.
It's going to be amazing.
語らなくて当然。アーティファクトが本来持っている力じゃなくて人が生み出した技術なんだから。当然私から語るつもりもない。
Boo.
けれどペラペラと話したおバカさんがいたみたいね。そっか。アーティファクトが教えてくれないなら知っている人に聞くしかない。ってことはソフィーさんと同じ異世界の住人が魔眼のユーザーにその技術を教えた。はるかだったかしら。はい。あなた何か聞かなかった？フードのあの子から。いえ特に何もないです。そう。あの子やレンヤってこのアーティファクトを見たことは？いえ、それもないです。
Were you able to recover the evil eye?
いいえ。
Oh, that's not great.
大丈夫なの？それ。考えられる可能性は2つ。すでに他の適合者の元へと移動した。もう一つは、あの子たちはユーザーではなかった。
Huh.
Are you saying the other worlder loaned both Ghost and Takamine their powers?
じゃあ、ラスボスがまだいるってこと？
どうやらそのようね。
そんな、やっと解決できたと思ったのに。
It really wasn't even their final form.
そんなに悲観することはないわよ。フードのあの子。仮に眷属だとしたらとんでもない才能だわ。あそこまで力を引き出すなんて。眷属として分け与えた力は通常はかなり弱体化するの。あそこまで使える子はめったにいない。性格面でもそうよね。力をばらまいてこの世界を混乱させようとしているとしても、あの子以上どころか並ぶような子も簡単には見つからないでしょう。
I would say she was more like a queen, Or maybe at least a bishop. Not a pawn.
Hopefully one of those pieces.
Ooh, yeah. If she was the queen, that would be great.
つまり、当面は平和が続くってこと。素直に喜んでいいわよ。
White screens for everybody!
And if the evil eye found another user to pawn to?
実際のところ、そっちの方が面倒ね。ま、どっちにしても、フードのあの子以上に厄介なことにはならないでしょうけど。とにかく、みんなよく頑張ったわね。第一部完ってところかしら。協力に感謝するわ。何かあればまた来るわ。それまでゆっくりと休みなさい。じゃあね。はい。ありがとうございました。
Well, we made it through Act 1.
Alright. How many acts are there? Intermission! Sophie vanishes before Kujo even finishes thanking her. So there's either a mastermind or a new user of the evil eye. I thought it was over, but I guess not. Still, at least there isn't anyone out there who's going around killing people for fun anymore. Peace has returned to our town. Even if it's only a momentary reprieve, we can rest easy for now.
Good work, everyone. And really, thank you.
もともと私がお願いしたことだし、こちらこそありがとうございました。
Oh, you think there's plenty in the other timeline.
リグベーダの野望はついえた。バルハラソサイエティも眠りにつくときね。再び必要になる。その時まで。
I shall hang up my Mjolnir for her future use. Time to become Fat Thor.
あ、その設定忘れてた。もうはるか先輩も仲間ですよね。仲間。よろしくお願いします。
Part 3 might take a while.
Yeah, it will. We all welcome our new comrade. After chatting for a while longer, we finalize plans for a formal celebration party and call it a day. Honestly, I'd have been fine with just doing it now, but I guess everyone wants to let me and Sora get some more rest, if you know what I mean. But do they know? I hope not.
Probably not.
それじゃあ、お邪魔しました。私も一緒に出るね。晩ご飯買ってくる。
We could just go out to eat later, couldn't we?
いや、ニーヤン自覚ないかもだけど顔色悪いから。休んでなさい。
Thanks.
Alright. Be careful, though.
ほいほい。それじゃあ、行きましょう。またね、新見くん。
さようなら。
お邪魔しました。
Haruka finally gets finished saying thank you for inviting me, and Sora's already back with the food.
No problem. See you around.
I see everyone off, wait until I hear Sora lock the door, then return to the living room. I sit down on my bed and heave a sigh. I suppose I am still a little tired. I never knew how exhausting it was to use an artifact.
ちょうどいいタイミングで一人になってくれたわね。
Okay.
Oh?
Sophie, who was supposed to have left, teleports back in.
So incidentally, again, I keep saying how it's only for show that she does that portal open entrance. The fact that she can talk to us without appearing back in is 100% proof.
Absolutely, she just likes to show off. Guess she's got business with me.
What's up?
励ますつもりはないけれど、どうもあなた、内省的すぎるところがあるから、一応話しておいてあげようと思って。
Okay.
ノアって子はともかく、都を連れて行かなかったのは正解だったわ。あの子、案外、心が脆い。
You know, I agree.
フードのこの最後を受け止めきれなかったでしょうね。
I see.
そういうわけだから元気出しなさい。
You're being awfully considerate today.
少しは見直してあげたのよ、あなたのこと。
It's a miracle. Even bigger a miracle
You know-
than a surviving ghost.
Oh, way more. That's an actual compliment.
I know, right? Is this where things go catastrophically wrong?
Well, thanks for that. And thanks for bringing everyone to the shrine.
どういたしまして。もっとも私が都に力の使い方を教えられたのはあなたのおかげだし、半分はあなたの功績みたいなものね。
Sweet, I'll add that to my resume.
Me? How did I help with that?
わからなくてもいいわよ。体調はどうなの？昨日ずいぶんと無理したみたいだけれど。
I'm still tired, but that's all. Have the ambrosia left? I can return that artifact to you now if you want.
もうしばらく預けておくわ。また必要になるでしょうから。
If you say so, can do.
じゃあね、ゆっくり養生しなさい。
Sophie gives me a little wave and vanishes into a black rift.
Cheer up, huh?
I flop down onto my bed. Think I'll close my eyes for a bit. Just until Sora gets back. 3 hours later.
I was about to say 3 days later.
Well, with these dots, maybe it is. Did she wake us up in a super special way? Oh.
おめでとう、お兄ちゃん。
Oh no, this is the worst kind of dream. Why are you in our dreams?
これでお前も人殺しだ。
起きた。
Sorry. How long was I out?
知らない。今帰ってきたところだし、10分とかじゃない？
Oh. Alright.
大丈夫？めっちゃ汗かいてるけど。
It's because I've got flame powers.
Oh, I had one of those, falling nightmares.
ああ、体がビクってするやつだ。ご飯食べる？まだ寝る？
Nah, I'll eat now.
ほいほい。じゃあ食べましょう。
I wipe the sweat off my forehead, clamber down from the bed, and sit at the table. Sora brings us drinks and sits down across from me.
What do you buy?
他のと亭のお弁当。唐揚げとハンバーグどっちがいい？
Lotto motto.
I'm fine with either.
じゃあ私ハンバーグ。
I'm telling you, it's a theme.
I really want it.
I need it. Sora pulls 2 boxes and 2 pairs of chopsticks out of the bag next to her and sets them on the table. We grab our respective dinners and start eating.
明日から休みでよかったね。
Tell me about it. I need to get better soon. I've already missed a whole week of school.
私もほぼ1週間だな。あ、でも忘れられてたから欠席した記録とか残ってなかったりして。
Huh.
Yeah, how exactly does that work? They're just like, huh. Sora's name temporarily disappeared from the roster during this week. That's weird.
That might actually, it's like a perception filter maybe, where all evidence of Sora is there, but they cannot see it.
Maybe.
It's like, I imagine that's how it would be with any photos the parents had of Sora.
Oh, yeah, that very well could be. Yeah, that actually brings up a really good question.
They look at it and it looks like the, the famous historical photo of the disappearing commissar.
Oh, yeah.
Where, you look at it and just one person's just not in the photo.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was also kind of thinking of Back to the Future, where he starts fading away.
Yep. You sure you're feeling all right now?
私は元気だよ。絶好調。ニーヤンの方が心配だよ。
I'm fine. As long as I don't use my powers, I won't have to worry about my stigma getting any bigger.
私見てないけど、炎のアーティファクトをもらったんだよね。
Yeah, check it out.
Ah! Goes up in flames.
私的にはちょっと怖い力だけど、でもあれだよね。主人公っぽい。
But we're both main characters, especially in this episode.
Really?
ちっちゃい頃にさ、10年くらい前あったじゃん、格ゲーで。
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
私好きだったんだよな、かっこよくて。ちょっとやってよ、真似してよ。
Hell no.
いいじゃん、指先にポッってしてさ、ふって吹き消すの。あの勝利のポーズやってよ。
Okay, that actually would be kind of impressive if he could actually pull that off.
I just said I'm not doing it. Talk about embarrassing.
KO! You win!
I'm on fire.
うわ、やったやっちゃったノリノリじゃねえか。
Real talk? I always wanted to do that.
We continue joking around as we eat our dinner. We were doing this during lunch too, but until today it's been non-stop crises for so long that these casual moments where we can mess around without worry feel especially precious. Once we're done eating, we gather up the empty containers and throw them out. Still feeling a little peckish, we munch through the chocolate Sora brought on her way back. We kill time by watching a few movies, but I can tell Sora's getting restless. She's no longer paying attention to the screen, instead shooting furtive glances at me. I could just pretend I hadn't noticed, but she's probably waiting for me to say something.
What's up?
何？
I mean, if you don't want to talk, that's cool with me.
ちょっと待って。
Flustered, Sora sits up straight and adjusts her posture. I can more or less guess what's coming. I pause the video and turn to face her. Back to that conversation we were having before I almost blipped out of existence? Right.
この前の話、ちゃんと治ったらって言ってたよね。
Yeah, go ahead.
うやむやにしちゃってもよかったんだけど、やっぱりちゃんと言いたくて。私ね、お兄ちゃんのことが好きなんだけど。
I can't tell if that but is because she wants to cut me off before I can say anything, or because she just wants to avoid things getting awkward. But whatever the reason, Sora raises her voice and stares into my eyes.
なんていうか、あの時は私おかしくて、恋人になんてなれないのは分かってる。ちゃんと分かってる。でもさ、やっぱりずっと好きだったからさ、隠しておく気持ち言っちゃったからさ、このままはい元通りねってのも無理で。
Yeah, you can't reclose Pandora's box.
だから
You know, it's less the feelings and more the other things.
Yeah.
一個だけお願いがあります。
The 300 and some odd pictures of us sleeping? Yeah. Not gonna forget about that one.
And more.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
一回だけでいいから、一回だけでいいから、私とチューしてください。チュー
Okay.
お願いします。一回でいいから。
Does it count if it's on the cheek?
No.
いや、唇にマウストゥマウス。
Does it have to have tongue?
On the lips, huh?
じゃあ一回お願い、一回だけそれで気持ちに整理つけるから一発ブチュッとしてくれるだけでいいか
Nah, we've all heard the song.
See, she says this, but I feel like it's just if you give a mouse a cookie. You're acting kind of weird and, like, really desperate.
That's because she is.
らそりゃ必死だよ、超必死だよ。してよキスミーブリーズ。悩む？そんな悩む？たかがキスじゃん。アメリカなら普通だよ、アメリカなら。
Banjo music plays.
I'm pretty sure in America siblings don't kiss on the mouth.
お願いだよ、キスしてよ、キスしてよ。
She's not gonna stop until we do.
Hey, cut that out. You're completely losing it. Just calm down. Seriously.
わざとだよ、わざとテンション上げてるの。普通の告白みたいな空気出してさ、真剣に告白してさ、振られたら立ち直れないじゃん。だからアホになってるの、後で笑えるように。
Will you really?
真剣な顔で無理って言われるより断然マシ。
A kiss, huh?
いや、ほんとお願いします。恋人になりたいとか面倒なことはもう言わないんでキスしてください。お願いします。キモいって分かってるけど一回だけマジでお願いします、マジで。
Holy shit, you're talking fast.
Sold.
本当はキス以外もしたいけどキスで我慢するからお願いします。兄に恋してしまった妹の願いを叶えてください。
And vibrating.
お願いします。
Bath.
は？
Clean the bath. Clean the bath.
一緒に入ろう的な？キスだけじゃなくもっといいことしようぜ的な。
Like hell I am.
You say that.
は？
I want to go take a bath, so clean it.
マジかよ。
Hurry it up.
わかったよ。好きになっちゃってすみません。やばい。予想以上にへこんだ。やばい。
That one big emphasized reminded me of The Simpsons.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, look, you can pause at the exact moment where heart breaks in two. Yeah. Sora.
なん
Surprise. I kiss Sora on the lips as she turns around. She's so shocked she stiffens up. To be honest, I'm not as calm as I thought I would be either. I keep debating whether I should hug her or stroke her hair or something. But ultimately, I can't come to a decision, so I just stand there like an idiot. In the end, that's as far as we go. Just one quick kiss. I don't really know what you're supposed to do after you kiss someone, and I end up kinda frowning on accident. However, it seems Sora's still too shocked to pay attention to the look on my face. She's totally out of it.
今キスした？
We did.
わかんなかった。もう一回。
No, we said one.
You promised you'd only ask for one. Sora. Sora.
何？
My feelings for you might not be the same as your feelings for me, but I do care about you. Oh, sorry, I can't phrase it better. You're a precious member of my family, okay? And, well, I love you. Don't worry, I don't think your feelings are gross or anything. I don't think I can be your boyfriend, but I'd never make fun of you for loving me. I appreciate it. And it does make me happy, so yeah. That's basically it. Yeah.
My thoughts are still a mess, so I just clap Sora on the shoulder and end the conversation. I sit back down, but Sora's standing in place, stunned. She slowly brings a finger to her lips.
やべえ。やべえ。やべえ。
I'm not exactly sure what's so holy about all this shit, but that she's all... That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not exactly sure what's so holy about this shit, but that's all she's saying. She keeps repeating those words to herself as she staggers out of the living room. That was probably her first kiss. I know it was mine. I can't believe my first kiss was with my sister of all people. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Holy shit.
Before I know it, I'm saying the same thing as Sora was. If I'm being perfectly honest with myself, that did make my heart pound. Hell, it's still pounding, which is good because I'd be dead otherwise. I'm pretty sure I'm not actually into my sister. Then again, the fact that I'm not 100% sure is itself a problem. I should probably stop lying to myself and admit that Sora turns me on. Chances are we won't be able to act like nothing's happened after this. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Obnoxious as she can be, Sora's supported me through thick and thin. She's the most important person in my life. That, at least, I know for sure. And this is where things get really weird. We spend the weekend at our parents' place. Sora hadn't been back for a good week, and I'd been wanting to see Mom and Dad again.
Every time it cuts to this song, I just think of, we're back at the opening menu.
You know, it does feel like that, doesn't it? Hearing them welcome us both home was a huge relief. I'm sure Sora felt the same way. Now we know for sure that she's freed from the artifact's curse. It was nice being reminded of that for a whole weekend straight. And now it's Monday.
Oh, Kakeru ちゃん
What up?
久しぶり心配したよ今日も来なかったらみんなでお見舞いに行こうかって話してたんだよ
Liar.
うんかけるの話題全くなかった君もうちょっとクラスのみんなと交流しなさいよ友達僕しかいないでしょ
That's not true. Kujo likes us, and Miss Naruse has a complicated relationship with us.
Oh, lay off.
I haven't been to school in a week. While the place is as much of a pain as always, I am a little glad to be back. And though it's only been a week, it feels a little nostalgic, too.
本当は3日くらいで治ってたでしょ1週間も休むとか度胸あるね
I wish. It took a whole 4 days.
うわ皆さんこの人ずる休みしてましたよ
Screw you.
Shut up, moron.
Even this exchange feels nostalgic. Kujo glances over at me and giggles. Life's gone back to normal. Well, mostly back to normal.
はーい、席ついて。ホームルーム始めますよ。
The bell rings and Ms. Naruse enters, signaling the start of the day. Morning classes. Lunch break. Afternoon classes. Final homeroom announcements. Normally school days feel like they drag on forever, but today passed by in a flash. Ms. Naruse wraps up her announcements and school ends. I shove today's homework into my bag and get to my feet.
かける帰ろう
Sure.
会期祝いしようかけるのおごりで
Thanks.
Wait, why the hell do I have to pay? You could at least say we'll split it.
ミミくんちょっと
Oh, yes, ma'am.
ああずる休みがバレたかな
Dude, keep it down. She'll hear you.
I drop my bag back onto my desk and head to the teacher's podium.
What's up?
一応聞いとこうと思って全開したってことでいいんだよね
Yeah, I am.
その割には顔色悪いよね
Wait, I do?
うん朝から 本当はまだ治ってないんじゃないの大丈夫
No, I'm all better. Look.
I show her my right hand. Naturally, it's no longer petrified, but Ms. Naruse seems unconvinced. I guess I'll have to tell her some part of the story at least.
Well, lately I haven't been sleeping well.
悩みでもあるの
No, it's just every time I go to sleep, I get these weird nightmares and I wake back up.
夢ねそれこそ不安の発露のような気もするけど無理はせず相談しなよ友達でもいいしスクールカウンセラーでもいいし
You know what? You're right. Well, for starters, I might have killed somebody.
Look, I am still 50% convinced she is the villain of part 3.
I don't know yet, but maybe. She still seems like the most likely suspect since we know there's somebody behind the scenes.
Yeah. And really, it's her or Yoichi. I think that's it. I think those are the only two.
It's not Yoichi.
You're right. I think I'll take you up on that.
絶対しないでしょ
How did you know?
No, I won't. Well,
なんだかよくわからないことに関わってるみたいだし本当に気をつけてねご両親に心配をかけないように
Are you kidding? They totally forgot about me and Sora, but for reasons.
it's fine. We already resolved the biggest problem.
ならよし
Ms. Naruse grins and walks out of the classroom. Maybe I really should consider talking to her.
なんだったの補習とか
No, she just wanted to make sure I was okay.
見るからに病み上がりっぽいしね
Hold up. You thought I didn't look too great and you still tried to claim I was skipping?
僕が心配しても気持ち悪いだけでしょ帰ろう
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
Sure.
I sling my bag over my shoulder again, say bye to Kujo, who's talking to her friends, and leave the classroom. The grand celebration of my recovery consists of getting some drinks from a vending machine and Yoichi and I parting ways at the station. After that, I head straight home.
I imagine them just sitting there, drinking the drink while standing up like it's King of the Hill.
Yep. The moment I step inside, my obnoxious little sister greets me. She strikes a weird pose and says one of the world's most cliched lines in existence.
私にするそれともあたし私ねオッケ
Listen here.
ーなんだよ
You just went back to school for the first time in like a week. Don't you have like friends to hang out with or something?
そのお言葉そっくりそのままお返ししますけど
I did hang out with friend. He made me buy
And
drinks.
I hung. Yep, I just had drinks with my one friend. Thank you. But we're not talking about me here.
おう待て
I try to brush past Sora to get to the living room, but she grabs my arm and pulls me back.
Now what?
せめておかえりのキス
You promised you'd only ask for one.
Technically, she wasn't asking. She was telling.
何言ってんだよ。1日1回だよ。
That wasn't part of the deal.
Hey, I don't alter it further. Excuse me?
そして1日2回になり、3回になり、いつしかキス
Oh
が
no,
当たり前
compounding
になる。
interest.
That's how they get you. Tom Nook warned us about this.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself now.
お願い、不意打ちだったから、あれ不意打ちだったからノーカウント
Sorry, that logic isn't working on me.
Only money.
どうしてお願いチュッてするだけじゃ、チュッて
Not happening.
我慢したご褒美に
Putting up with what?
You.
2日間甘えるの我慢した。おとんとおかんの前では我慢した。
Yeah, but that's how you need to start acting. All the... Let me go, I want to change.
なんだよキチ。
Sora lets go of my hand. Well, I guess just a kiss should be fine. Man, I'm probably beyond salvation if I'm seriously considering this. Guess this is what happens when you cross boundaries once. Then again, even if we have crossed the line, I should probably put my foot down here or there'll be no end to her requests.
あ、ニーニー。
Hmm?
何それ
What's what?
制服になんかついてる。
Where?
ここここ。
Sora takes a step closer and pokes my chest. The moment I look down... Ah! Sora gets up on her tiptoes and kisses me. Our lips touch for only a few seconds. After that, Sora backs off and smiles bashfully at me.
へへん。油断したなバカめ。
You little...
不意打ちのお返しです。
Sora spins on her heel and leaves the living room. She goes into the bathroom and closes the door behind her. Damn it, she ran away. I bet she's writhing in embarrassment right now. I knew she wouldn't be satisfied with just one kiss. She's going to keep asking for more. While that selfish attitude is nothing new, I'm a little glad she's so straightforward with her feelings. It's saved me more than once before. Around evening, we both finish up our homework and start watching movies and reading manga to pass the time. Sora won't leave me alone now, hugging me and touching me constantly. Not to mention holding my hand and begging for kisses. For all practical purposes, we've become a couple. Not too long ago, I would have shaken her off and told her she was being annoying. While I still feel some of that, her clinginess also makes me a little happy now. To be honest, I'm surprised at just how little guilt I feel about our taboo relationship. Maybe that's because I'm still in the honeymoon phase. Who knows? I might end up regretting everything once I calm down a little. But for now, I'm happy with things the way they are. Sora yawns and drops her phone on the table.
Guess who should hit the hay, huh?
I get up and lay out the futon folded in a corner of my room. It was pretty tough lugging this all the way here from my parents' house. When I came back yesterday, it was just me, so I had the bed to myself. But with Sora staying over tonight, I had to procure another mattress. Otherwise, I'd be stuck in that sleeping bag again.
Ah, about darn time for me to get a good night's rest.
一緒にベッドで寝ればいいのに。
In your dreams.
Moron.
あ、そっか。一緒に寝たらニーに我慢できなくて私を襲っちゃうもんね。わ、出た虫。一番雑で笑いも何も生まないやつ。
But also the easiest.
Well, I hope you're satisfied. Sure have made yourself at home here, haven't you? You didn't even ask if it was okay to stay over this time. Just waltzed right in like you own the place.
は？もう同棲してるつもりですけど。ここ私の部屋ですけど。
Nani?
Did you talk this over with Mom and Dad?
Talk about shameless.
これでいつでもイチャつけるね。やったね。
I'm turning the light off.
あ、はーい。
After making sure Sora's gotten into bed, I flick off the lights. I then snuggle into my futon. Ah, now this is what I call comfort.
おやすみ。
Volume 1.
Episode 2.
Good night.
I close my eyes. Sleep's pull begins to drag me under. But a moment later, I open my eyes. It's not that I'm not sleepy. I just can't sleep. No, I'm scared of going to sleep. It's been like that for the past few days.
ニーニ
What?
ー、まだ起きてる？
Seeing as I replied, I think that should be obvious.
最近あんまり寝てないでしょ。
No, I've been fine.
おいおい、私はニーヤンの寝顔を撮り続けていた女だぜ。その嘘は通用しませんな。
While I can't argue with that logic, I also hate it. Sora sits up. She slides off the bed, sits down next to my futon, and looks me in the eyes.
手、握っててあげる。
I'm good.
いいから。
Sora reaches under the covers and squeezes my hand. Aw,
Ooh.
いつもしてもらってばかりだけど、今度は私がしてあげる番だね。
Seriously, I'm fine.
嘘つき。みんな心配してるよ。みやこ先輩もはるか先輩も。特に
Wait,
はる
Haruka
か
senpai also?
先輩かな。そばで見てたから余計にそう思うんじゃないかな。
oh yeah, definitely.
メッセージ来た。あれはゴーストさんの自業自得で因果応報だから、ミーミくんが責任や罪の意識を感じる必要ないって。もっと早く伝えられたらよかったんだけどね。お兄ちゃん、なんていうの？弱みを見せまいとしてるっていうか、そんな感じだったから言えなくて。
Sora smiles apologetically. So she knew it from the start. She knew there was something haunting me. Ghost. I thought I was hiding it, but she's just been worrying for me this whole time. And again, considering even Ms. Naruse noticed something was bothering me, there's no way Sora could have missed it. After all, she's the one who spends the most time with me and who understands me the best.
力になれるかはわかんないけど、話してよ。ちょっとは楽になるかも。
Kosaka senpai's been going around telling everyone that Ghost was killed by her own powers. But I'm the one who pushed her that far, so in the end, I'm the one that killed her. I killed Ghost.
Sora says nothing. She just keeps holding my hand. But I'm trembling. Only now do I realize just how heavily Ghost's death has been weighing on me. I feel a bit embarrassed about Sora seeing me like this. But I no longer have the strength to pretend I'm fine.
It's been bothering me the whole time. I keep wondering if I should turn myself into the police. But even if I confess, the police wouldn't believe me. I can't prove I killed her. But those are just excuses I keep telling myself. The truth is, I'm running from the burden. I keep thinking there must have been a better way to resolve things, that I should have tried harder to find a peaceful solution. I know it's too late for regrets, but I was hasty, and I chose to kill her. I convinced myself it was the only way. That was why I went to see her in the first place, so I could take her life. There's no sugarcoating that fact. Every time I go to sleep, Ghost shows up in my dreams, saying, "Yo, you're a murderer now, just like me." Which is why I'm scared of going to sleep.
ごめんね。
The first thing out of Sora's mouth is an apology. But I don't know why. I look up at her face, but it's hard to make out her expression in the darkness.
分かってた。分かってたんだ。はるか先輩から聞いてたのもあるし、お兄ちゃん微妙に変だったし。けど、私励まし方とかわからなくて、最悪なことしちゃった。お兄ちゃんが弱ってること分かってて、私のわがまま押し付けちゃって。お兄ちゃんと恋人みたいなことしたいって、その気持ちを優先しちゃった。ごめんね。
Well, that's not true.
I slowly shake my head and squeeze Sora's hand just like she did for me.
You did all that on purpose, didn't you? You kept making a fuss to avoid giving me too much time to think. I know you. You were just looking out for me in your own way. I knew, and I let you do it, so there's nothing you need to apologize for. I'm sorry for using you as a distraction, and I'm sorry that's the reason why I ended up accepting your feelings.
どんな形でも、私嬉しいよ。嫌われても、縁切られてもおかしくないのに、お兄ちゃん私を受け入れてくれた。そっちこそ謝んないでよ。私、今まで生きてきて一番嬉しかったんだからさ。
Is that right?
I smile. Sora smiles back. Despite the darkness, I can tell.
あのさ、私はお兄ちゃんの気持ちの全部を分かってあげられないとは思うけど、でもお兄ちゃんがそうしようって思ったのは私のためだったり、みやこ先輩のためだったり、みんなのためでしょ。きっと誰かがやらなくちゃいけないことで、怖くて危ないことを誰かのために自分がやろうってそう思えたお兄ちゃんを、私はかっこいいって思うし、すごいなって思う。本当にそう思う。殺しちゃったって、その気持ちは消せないかもしれないけど。ごめん、うまく言えないけど、私がいるからね。ずっと私がそばにいるから。お兄ちゃんが怖がってること、言えないでいること、わかるよ。でも私はお兄ちゃんを怖がったりしないし、責めたりもしない。絶対にしない。何があっても、誰がどう思っても、お兄ちゃんは私にとって最高の大好きなお兄ちゃんだから。それだけは忘れないでね。私はお兄ちゃんのそばから離れないたった2人の兄弟だもん。
You make it sound like Mom and Dad are already dead.
そんなつもりはないけど。でも、お父さんとお母さんは私のことを忘れちゃったけど、お兄ちゃんは私のこと忘れないでいてくれた。
That was just because of my artifact.
なんでもいいよ。お兄ちゃんのおかげで私は消えちゃわずに済んだ。殺しちゃったって悩むのは仕方ないけど、私を救ったってことも忘れないでね。お兄ちゃんは私のヒーローだよ。誰が何と言っても、お兄ちゃん自身がどう思ってても、私はお兄ちゃんが大好き。いつも迷惑かけてばかりだし、もうアーティファクトもなくなっちゃったから、これから何かあっても何もできないかもしれないけど、私はお兄ちゃんを頑張って支えたいって思ってる。いつもわがまま聞いてくれる分、私がお兄ちゃんの支えになりたいって、そう思ってるんだ。それだけは忘れないでね。不安になったら思い出してね。
I will. Thank you.
なんかこんな真面目な話キャラじゃないね。恥ずかしいかも。
Don't say that. You really made me feel better. Thanks.
本当に？
Yeah, you did.
よかった。
Sora smiles and places her other hand on top of mine as well.
眠れるまでこうしててあげる。大丈夫。夢の中にゴーストが出てきても、私が追い払ってあげる。だから安心して、ぐっすり眠っちゃって。
Thanks. I think I will.
I squeeze Sora's hand and let out a little sigh. I finally feel the tension go out of my shoulders as relief washes over me. I went down the wrong path. I have no intention of placing the blame for that on anyone else. I made that decision of my own free will. This incident isn't over, and if another person like Ghost shows up, I'll undoubtedly make the same choice again. And when I do, maybe I'll disappoint some of those people closest to me. They may even become my enemies. But if that does happen, Sora will still be there. She'll never leave me. I'm sure that, behind that gentle smile, Sora is carrying her share of regrets as well. Hell, she's probably scared too. Like me, she might be thinking she's gone down the wrong path. But that's precisely why she's willing to follow it to its end with me. We're siblings, after all. Even if the world turns against us, we'll have each other. Even if we lose our way, we'll join hands and move forward together. I will never forget. Neither her feelings, nor the warmth of her hand. No matter what happens, I won't forget.
おやすみ、お兄ちゃん。
Good night, Sora.
I swear it. I will never, ever hit the end credits. Which we'll probably have to skip anyway. They do have great credits. I love the animations.
Yeah, they do. Me too.
They're fucking windy.
手ひどくやられちゃったわね。
Oh no, we were? By whom?
予定通りだよ。あの原体には魔眼のユーザーとして死んでもらう必要があった。何も問題はない。
Mm-hmm.
Well, great. That's great.
そう。これからどうするの？九条都はさっさと消した方がいいと思うけれど。
Either Sophie has an evil twin or Sophie's a bad guy. I'm wondering.
It's either Sophie has an evil twin, Sophie is evil, or there is an alternate universe version of Sophie that's evil.
I guess if the next time we see her, she's got a twirly mustache, that will answer all of our questions.
It's the exact same image, but she's got a mustache and a goatee.
Oh yeah, the goatee is really what sells it.
わかってる。記憶を盗まれる前に彼女は殺す。アーティファクトを拾ったばかりの僕はあまりにも不注意すぎた。けど、みそぎは済んだ。
Okay, now that one kind of sounds like Yoichi.
It is.
Maybe it's an entire evil branch.
It's either, I was about to say, it's either Yoichi or it's the same voice actor.
Yeah, because it did sound slightly different. It's hard to tell.
今度は慎重にやる。慎重に。確実に。
あの子も気の毒ね。別の枝ではあなたのスケープゴートにされて、この枝でも見捨てられて。
レイヤに近づいたのが最大のミスだった。関係が切れてせいせいしてるよ。もう迂闊なことはしない。
Okay, maybe you were right. Maybe Yoichi is a bad guy.
期待してるわよ。今度は追い詰められないでね。あなたのお友達に。
うるさい。わかってる。うざったいぬいぐるみだ。
Alright, well, yep, Yoichi.
ほんとうざったいな、かける。
Well, I was totally wrong.
All right. Well, I guess originally I had said it could only be 3 possible people. Sophie, who I ruled out eventually, so I was possibly wrong. Yoichi, who I was correct to keep on my list, and Miss Naruse.
You know,
Turns out I was wrong on Miss Naruse.
we don't know that yet. At this point, I'm not taking anybody off the table because every branch we get more information, and every branch, it's not until the very end that we get really critical pieces of information. So maybe it changes in every branch. Maybe,
Yeah.
because I mean, the way that episode 1 ended, it's very, Ghost was still around. Kujo's artifact went haywire. Things went bad. So I'm guessing that was the one where, I don't know if they became the scapegoats or what the situation was. And then this one seems to be okay, but this is also a really weird branch, so... It kind of makes me wonder if episode 3's on the branch that we just saw, or maybe there's something else going on.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of do think that. I think it's her telling him about what happened in this branch.
Maybe.
So that he can prepare things in the another alternate branch.
Yeah, but that does make me wonder, is it's like, okay, so is Sophie a bad guy? Because if Sophie exists outside of this...
I mean, my original theory for how she could be a bad guy was that she just wants all of the artifacts. And that everything else in that is not all that relevant. But, to be fair, if she was a bad guy and working with him no matter what, then why would she even tell everybody that we were going to confront Ghost? Because Ghost would have just kicked our ass and killed us. And then it could have worked that way. Unless she thought that no matter what, Ghost had already messed things up too much.
And that could be...
I don't know.
Well, and I mean, she had the opportunity to get the one artifact, the fire-starting artifact, back from us, because we were just like, hey, give us the ambrosia and you can have it back. So...
True.
But, okay, you know what? But the underlying thing, though, is I bet it comes back to our hidden artifact that we still haven't tapped into. Because I think as long as she doesn't know how to get what that artifact is or how to get it from us, we're going to be a constant pain. And we're going to be an obstacle to completing her objective. So maybe that has something to do with it. These are all just wild hair theories at this point. But let's see what's happening in the fun part with Sora.
Next time?
Oh, next? Okay, I guess that's... Well, hopefully she locked the door. Well, okay, I guess we'll save the fun part where we actually wrap things up with Sora and get interesting closure of things, or, you know, I don't really know. We just kind of jump from branch to branch, so I guess it's not really what you would call closure so much as just moving on to the next thing. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you in the next one where we wrap things up. For now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.